How's it been the last couple of days? I know it's been kind of a crazy ride coming over from a new place.
Yeah, no, it's been a crazy couple days, but everybody's been super welcoming, and I'm kind of getting my feet settled here, and I'm just really excited to be here.
What was that like for you in making that transition right before spring training? It's times that you're prepping in the off season, you think you're going to be in one spot, and then things can change rather quickly.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of rolling with the punches, anything can happen in baseball, and just trying to take it for what it is, and be where my feet are, and it's something that was out of my control, and just now I have a new opportunity, and I'm really excited for that opportunity, and just try and meet everybody and get acquainted, and just keep going.
You're one of those guys that has had experience starting and relieving. For you, where do you feel most comfortable?
I think that's one thing that makes me valuable is I have a lot of versatility, and I'm pretty comfortable doing both roles. I think there's benefits to both, and whatever they need me to do, I'm just here to help the team, and whatever they see me doing is something I'll be happy to do.
Now, I know this will be maybe not the question you'd want to answer, but about your old place. Going and pitching in Sacramento, everybody knew it is a offensive ballpark, right? It is there and designed to better the offenses. We know that last year the Athletics had an incredible offense, but you, being a pitcher, had to learn to deal with that. Was that challenging from you? I mean, it's kind of up there with Coors Field with how hard it is for pitchers to be effective.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that if you let it bother you, it's going to bother you. Obviously it's hard to pitch there, but at the same time, if you let it get into your head, it's going to make it even worse. But if you just go out there and execute the way you can execute, you'll have success. And I think that's the way you have to look at it, because it's one of those things that you can't control.
Spin rates is something that you look up your data. You're a high spin guy, whether it be your cutter, curve, all the pitches that you have. Seems to have a lot of spin there. Is that something that you value, or is it, I've always wondered with things like that, do you know that you're spinning the ball incredibly well, or is it something that later on, when you see the data, you now can see how much spin you have on these pitches?
Yeah, I think spin's one of those things that I think you kind of either have it or you don't. I've always been able to spin the ball very well, especially with the breaking balls, and that's one of the best things that I can do, and a strength of mine. So yeah, no, I think it's definitely a big part of my game. Spinning the ball, and I think it's definitely valuable.
Last one from me, coming over here, I know it's early, but you got guys like Brian Sweeney, you got guys like Mitch Stetter, you got guys like Mike McFerrin, who's new this year. Have they already had the chance to work with you? And if so, you guys working on anything new?
Yeah, I think right now they're trying to figure out who I am as a pitcher, and kind of taking a step back and just watching what I'm doing, and then hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can start working on some stuff and kind of get into the deep dive of how I can improve and help this ball club.
You also have a catcher in Salvador Perez, and how cool is it to be able to throw pitches to him and be able to have him as a catcher?
Yeah, I think just being able to learn from him, and a legend like that, it's pretty amazing to be able to share a locker room with him.